Donald Trump is apparently planning to maybe sell the White House to his donors effectively. He's found a new way to cheapen this whole government of ours. See, he's asking for donations to build his big fancy dance room or whatever, and he needs a lot of money. And so how do you get people to donate $200 million? You gotta give them perks. And so he's come up with a possible perk. If you contribute money to the new White House ballroom that he's constructing, you might be able to have your name etched inside the White House forever. Also under consideration, listing donor names on a website, although no final decision has been made. Those are very different things to me, I think. Whether it's on a website and whether it's like written on the walls of the White House or something. Can we all agree that that's gross? That that's grotesque? And by the way, like, okay, maybe you want to do a thing where like we really want to reinvigorate society's commitment to finally beating cancer. And so we're going to raise money and we'll put people on the Rose Garden floor or whatever. But like your fancy ballroom, which is already a shrine to the elites, to excess, to billionaires, and you're going to let their names be on there. I do want to take issue with a word in that CBS News article that said their names etched inside the White House forever. Because it doesn't have to be. Even if he does that, if AOC gets elected, she can take a chisel and a hammer and scrawl those. Like it doesn't. Get the hell out of here. Oh, Palantir. No, not anymore. No. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg. And nothing's forever, man. Not even brick, where I'm concerned. And AOC, I know you're gonna have a lot to do in your first 100 days. Fly me out there. I'll bring my own chisel. I'll get rid of all those. Hell, I'll pull the new floor out of the Rose Garden. I'll return it to its pristine natural beauty, if you let me. But anyway, this is all gross. And many people watching this might think this is just, it's the ballroom. What's the difference? But I want you to understand, this is not just about the fact that Donald Trump is so obsessed with where he's gonna party with billionaires and drink champagne and put on a tux or whatever. And it's not even just about how it's kind of gross to have the names in the White House. I wanna remind everyone, this is a massive avenue for corruption. Because corporations and rich individuals now have a way to transfer money to Trump for something he wants. And we're supposed to believe that that's it? They don't get anything for that? They could cut a check for 10 million, $20 million, and that's it. No, Trump will never change his mind on something as a result of it. He'll never like hire or fire someone based on whether they're pro or anti that corporation. He'll never like champion or oppose legislation. Like this is like a massive way outside of a campaign cycle to allow them to influence the government. And for something as stupid as a ballroom that you and I will never step foot in. And so I don't think this ballroom should even be being made. When they said, don't worry, we're not gonna be paying for it, we're gonna be raising money. A lot of people thought that's better because I don't wanna waste taxpayer money on it, which I agree, I don't want to. But again, it allows so much more corruption in, and I don't think people are taking it nearly seriously enough. Viviana, what do you think?
Absolutely, it's sponsoring it like, crypto.com arena. This is gonna be the American Bitcoin ballroom, and we're really up for sale, and it's been like that. Citizens United really took us on a deep dive towards this even further. But one thing that is funny to me about the ballroom is like Trump complained that, we used to have to erect tents and do these soft-sided structures to have these big events. But those are okay for Alligator Alcatraz. You don't need a fixed structure for these detention centers. But God forbid a one-night event, you have a temporary structure.
Yeah,
this is obscene.
100%. I by the way, I am totally. First of all, the Oval Office needs to be immediately returned to its original condition after this. Rose Garden thing should be immediately pulled up. Tearing down the ballroom doesn't make sense, but you know what you could do? DC evidently has a big problem of the unhoused. Convert it into a place where the unhoused of DC can receive a little bit of food, maybe a little bit of medicine or something like that, do an actual service. If you want to imply that you're not an elitist, if you're for the people, then have a room that serves the actual people and not just Mark Zuckerberg and George Soros and Elon Musk and all that. That's what I would say.
Or perhaps a museum, kind of documenting the fall of America into fascism.
Sign me up. I love it. I love it.